Hey there, my name is Matthew Larson. If you've never watched any of my videos, I'm the founder of 1000x Leads, and I'm making this video where I'll create a daily schedule in real time because a bad daily schedule, a lack of a daily schedule are two of the biggest limiting factors in getting anything done. And if you had to narrow it down to one big constraint, it's that most people don't get anything done. So in this video, I'm going to do something that I would do for a daily schedule. I just have a Google Calendar open of just a throwaway email here because I wanted to start from scratch without destroying my own. So I'm going to show you exactly what we should be doing for a daily schedule to be in business in real time. So this is going to be an example. You can tailor it a little bit, but don't tailor it too much because this is the tried and true way to do it. And it's going to just increase your productivity, how much you get done, and just your overall happiness by 1,000%. So let's get started. This is not a scripted video. This is not a planned video. It's just what you would actually do. And that's why it's going to be called Watch Me Build a Daily Schedule in Real Time. So the first thing I'm going to do is block calendar 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. And I'm going to do that on every weekday. So I'm going to go repeats every weekday, Monday to Friday. And I'm going to go to 12 here. So this is going to be a lot of people are probably going to have a meltdown when they see something like this. They're going to say, there's no possible way I can do this, along the lines of, I have to do X, Y, and Z. The truth is that if you really want to succeed, you really want to grow very fast, you have to take control of your own day. You can't let everybody else take control of your day for you. So a lot of people will have something where it's like every 45 minutes there's some bullshit task that doesn't need to be done at that time, a client meeting, a sales call, all that kind of stuff, team meeting, got to do X, Y, and Z. If you don't have these, at least, this time block with 5 hours blocked off to actually do high leverage work that pushes the business forward, you're not going to do anything that pushes the business forward. If it doesn't get scheduled, it doesn't get done, especially not in a consistent way. So at least try this for 30 days, and I assure you that nothing bad is going to happen at all. You still have from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. for your client meetings, for your client work, for your sales calls, for meeting with your team, for doing all of the chores type thing, and there's absolutely nothing bad that's going to happen. The next thing I always do is at 8 p.m. here, I do shut off all electronics for the night. I do this because I usually go to bed at 9 p.m. and it makes it a lot easier to sleep if you have an hour to wind down type thing. So we're going to go like that. We're going to do that on every day as well of the week. So what do we do now? Because we're going to have 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. for all of our client work and stuff. But what do we do in this basically the same time period? Because we blocked it off like this, but we're going to actually put tasks in there. So what will we do? So from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. we'll wake up, period, treadmill, stretch, water, prepare for day. And we're going to go something like that. We're going to make this repeat every day because the truth of the matter is that if you wake up at 5 a.m., for example, during the week, and then you sleep until 9 a.m. on the weekends, your sleep schedule is going to get completely messed up and not sustainable. So let's go to the next thing, 6 to 7 a.m. Highest leverage importance task. Very important that you start your day with the thing that's going to be the most important. This is something where you do it daily. You don't do it just on the weekdays. You do it every single day. And then we're going to do, basically what we're going to do here is we're going to do a 1 hour work period, then a 15-minute break. So this next one will be starting at 7:15. Habits. So this one will be, tweets, newsletter, group post, CRM, cold email reply, to clients, ad creative, that type of thing. Very, very important. This is one we'll be doing every day as well. So the first 3 hours of the day is something we're going to do every day, and then we're going to, on the weekends, not do anything past that. But very, very important. So next thing is 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. And this will be your content creation. So YouTube, or we'll go content creation, basically means YouTube in the context of a business like the one we were talking about here. And this will have to be daily as well. So there we go. We've got our first, basically, if we woke up at 5, we got basically our first 4.5 hours done. I would not recommend going right into your most important work, like right off, alarm to desk. That never worked for me. Even if you can do it, it's just not going to be the best thing in my opinion. Hour number 4 starts at 9:45 to 10:45. Improve product, service, offer. It repeats every weekday, this one. It does not repeat on the weekends. And then from 11 to 12, we'll do most important task of the day. So this is kind of different. The highest leverage and important task is kind of one that I would say is ongoing. This one is going to be for that specific day. So for me, like that highest important task is I'm writing a lead generation book. So I would be doing that for the first hour every day. And this is exactly how it works for your first hours. Like what I block off time, that's great. But what do I do in that time? You'd have something like this. And this is the stuff, like people say, I have no time for work. This is the work in reality. The client work, the fulfillment, the operations, that stuff where you have to get good at training people and delegating. So it's just one of those things that you have to do. You're still going to be able to take sales calls from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. You're still going to do client calls at that time if needed. If you don't have an account manager type person, you can do team training, team meetings, all of that kind of stuff during this period. What I would do here as well is because once you get past a certain level, the thing that you're going to, like the main constraint is always hiring and training. Hiring or employee training meeting 1, 10 minutes. So from 3 to 3:10 p.m. This repeats during the week. The next one is going to be from 3:15 to 3:25 p.m. Employee training number 2. The important thing about this is, what gets scheduled actually gets done. And you say, oh, this is a robotic way to live. Well, you're not going to get very far in your business without it. I can assure you of that. It's just one of those things. Let's go to the next one. Employee training meeting 3. This one will be from 3:30 to 3:40. Repeats every weekday. And you would actually schedule this with a certain person, right? You would invite that person. Usually when I'm doing this, I try to train each of the employees that I personally have to train at least 3 times per week. So you're going to have a lot of time to do that here. It's mostly a feedback thing more than anything else. And just to kind of, how would you say, like maintain relevant, or make it seem like you're always there type thing. Employee meeting number 4. Employee training meeting number 4. So this was at 3:45 to 3:55, and that will be it for the day. Repeats every weekday. Again, this is the stuff that, this is the work. It's not, how do I have time for work? This is the actual work that you're going to have to be doing. So you still have a full hour here for whatever, a full hour here for whatever, a full hour here for whatever, a full hour here for whatever. And you're actually getting 5 hours of real work done, and you're training 4 people per day, and you're getting your stuff shut off. So what I do, like, I have hobbies outside of work. Muay Thai on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So custom Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Basically what I do is I schedule it from 4:30 to 6:30, so I don't have a calendar thing type there, calendar wake up time, or takes up all your time. The next thing I have is I play softball, like baseball, on Thursdays during the summer. So I go from 5 to 9 p.m. here. Slow pitch. And then I don't need a reminder. I go here. I also do on 11 a.m. on Saturdays, Muay Thai again. 11 to 1. Don't need a reminder. On Saturdays at 6 to 8 p.m., I typically also play pickleball. So this is like, people say you have work-life balance. There's no person in the world who's more harmful or dangerous to take advice from or listen to than someone who tries to draw false equivalents of everything. You know, situations like, oh, it's either quality or quantity, or situations like, oh, you don't have any work-life balance. You can't listen to anything any of those people say, or you're going to have a pretty terrible life, in my opinion. So on Fridays, you still have time to, go on a date, go hang out with your friends. Same on Saturdays at pickleball from 6 to 8. I go out after, a lot of stuff does not start until, 9 p.m. type thing. On Sundays, church at 10:45 a.m. is what I do. So I do that from maybe 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. is when I block that off in the calendar. This is what I mean about, you got to take control of your own life and got to stop letting people, wreak havoc on your calendar type thing, or else you're never really going to succeed in life. And that's just how it is. Family dinner. So I usually go to my parents' house. Well, no set time, but we're going to put it at 3 to 9 p.m. type thing for this one. This repeats pretty much every week. Well, 99% of weeks, enough to put it on the calculator or the calendar. So like, this is how you would actually, sleep at 9 p.m. This is how you would actually set up your calendar and actually get stuff done and actually grow your business. I know it's just crazy, but this is what it would look like when people have their calendar and there's like a bunch of crap all the time. It actually makes me extremely anxious. We don't need to put sleep on there. It's kind of just clogs it up. But this is how you have, your work-life balance. This is how you actually get work done. This is how you make sure your employees are being trained. This is how you still have time for meetings, for work, for everything else. As you grow, you're going to have a salesperson or a sales team to take care of meetings. You're going to have account managers to deal with the actual, clients. But you still have all of this time to do what you need to do, but you're ensuring that you're getting all of the important stuff done. Your most important task, your work habits, your content creation, basically YouTube, newsletter, Twitter, whatever. You're improving and making systems for your product and service and offering. You're doing your most important task of the day. In this period, this is going to be stuff like creating SOPs, creating trainings, creating examples, stuff like that. So when do I make the SOPs? I'm like, that's exactly when you do it. So it's very, very important. You could also, if you want to, from workout in gym, And again, like, this is the work, because if you don't keep your health and stuff like that, you are not going to be doing this for the long term anyway. So there, you still have all of this extra time, 1 to 2 p.m. You still have 4 to 5 p.m. Like, chances are you don't do Muay Thai and that kind of stuff. You know, all of this kind of stuff. You have so much extra space to do things, and I don't have time is not an excuse. The road to not scaling your business is paved with excuses, and you know, you just got to decide what kind of life you want. If you don't want to scale your business, you want to be stuck at 30K or 50K per month forever, then you can keep doing what you're doing. But if you actually plan on growing your business and making something that's scalable and sellable and has value and gives you a high income, you're going to have to take control of your own calendar and not let other people take control of it for you. So I hope this was a valuable video, and I'll see you in the next one.